welcome to Perfect Meals Chef video series. Today we're going to make Florentine pork roast. We first start out by turning our oven at 450. This is a quick and easy dish to make. I always like to make it in a black frying pan. So we're about to get started, so let's get going. Alright, this is made with something a little bit unique. This is fennel. So what we're going to do is we're going to take some of the green shoots, which are called fawns. We're going to chop about enough of those up to make about 2 tablespoons. Reserve the rest for later. Alright, and we're going to take just about a 1/4 of a tablespoon of some rosemary that I just picked. Put all that in there. About 2 tablespoons of this. We're going to take 4 pieces of garlic, now you can use mince too, which is usually a little bit faster to prepare. Alright, so we're going to take that, we're going to mix that all up in there. We're going to take a generous amount of salt, and then a bunch of pepper. Kind of stir all that up, and this is going to be kind of a rub and a paste that we are going to put in our pork roast. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take our black frying pan, we're going to take 2 out of the 3 onions in our recipe, cut them in half, set them in the bottom of the pan. Now what we're going to do is put our roast right on top of this, and then we're going to make some incisions in it, and we're going to put this little seasoning that we put in by putting incisions all in it. This is like Friday the 13th. Rub our mixture all in it. Flip it over. Alright, so I caught my onions that we're rolling around. Put those back on the bottom again. Sit the roast on here, and then we're going to drizzle some olive oil over the top, about 1/3 of a cup. Now we're going to put it in the oven for about 30 minutes and we'll be right back. Alright, next we're going to make a stock, and to do that we're going to take these outer leaves off. The part that we're looking for is inside. Kind of smells like a licorice. Kind of good smelling. Alright, so we got basically our bulb. We'll cut the top off. Discard this part of it. And we want to slice this very thinly vertically. We're going to put this all in a saucepan. Going to add our other onion. Alright, quick wash my hands. Now we're going to cover this with a little bit more extra virgin olive oil. We're going to add a little bit of salt. And then we're going to cover this with water right to the top of the fennel. Now we're going to take that, we're going to put that on the stove, and we're going to simmer it for about 45 minutes with the lid on. And most of the liquid will have evaporated and we will get a stock. So, alright, we've cooked it our first 30 minutes. What we're going to do is baste it with a little bit of its own juices. We don't have a whole lot of juice here now, but we're going to bring it up and around. Now we're going to add about just a little bit shy of a half a cup of wine. Pour it over the top. And then we're going to sprinkle it with salt. Now, about every 20 minutes we will baste it again, and we will cook it for about 45 minutes, so you'll get 2 more times to baste it. And we're putting it back in the oven. Meanwhile, our mixture fennel has been cooked down nicely. We're going to put that on the bed of our plate and set the sliced pork on top of it. So the next phase is that we are going to make our broth. Alright, our pork loin has been cooked. We are going to pull it out of the pan, move it onto a plate to cool. We want to discard our onions, and we're going to use the remaining sauce that's in here to make our kind of broth and sauce. So we're going to take this sauce, we're going to add the rest of our wine, which is a little bit over 1/3 of a cup, and we're going to reduce that down. So I'm going to reduce that down on the oven, and then we're going to come in and add our chicken stock and then our couple tablespoons of whipping cream, and we'll be right back. Alright, we're placing our pan, and we're putting it on high, and we're cooking it down to reduce it. Next thing we'll be doing is we will be adding our chicken broth. We're adding about 1 cup of broth to this mixture. And just when it's about done, we'll add the whipping cream. Alright, it's just thickening, and we're going to season it with a little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper, and then we're going to turn it off. And we're going to put in 3 to 4 tablespoons of heavy whipping cream. We're going to mix it all up. And there we have our gravy. Pour it over your thing and serve. I'll show you. Be back in a second with the final dish. And there we have our Florentine pork roast. Enjoy.